And here we go. Sorry for all the background noise. I'm adjusting the microphone. And I'm hoping I can see you guys' chats pretty well, all things considering. There! So, welcome to the stream. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Shiro, I'm a comic artist, and what I usually do on this specific stream. This is the Saturday color challenge stream. I do this one once a month because I need some days off during my month because I'm tired. I'm a comic artist. So, what we will do is we will first name the colors of the month. Where's my finger? That you guys can see right here. We're clear. Okay, good. Then we are going to show you the Ohuhu equivalent. This stream is not sponsored by Ohuhu, but I fucking wish. And then we are going to pick... Well, I'm not going to pick. The Wheel of Morality is going to pick 4 prompts out of the many that I've received yesterday in my Instagram stories or my suggestion box. And since I am still the boss here, if I feel the need to slightly edit your request, I frickin' will, because I know you're trying to get me to draw a fetish. Okay? Okay! So, this month's colors! We are starting with the hex codes. This is the part where I sound like an old Russian radio station from World War II. The first code is 26547C Dusk Blue, E28413 Amber Earth, and C42847 Intense Cherry. So what does that give us in marker colors? Here, it's not super important if it focuses or not, as long as you guys can see the color. That would be B140 Aquamarine, YR170 Chrome Orange, and R200 Coralescence, which I believe I've never used before. That's how many colors I have. I'm gonna roll these filthy sleeves up real quick. And we are going to bring in the actual star of the show, the Wheel of Morality. I'm just going to... I'll be turning on and off the overhead light so you guys can actually see the Wheel of Morality, and then turn it back on so I can actually see what I'm drawing. It's very dark today. It's cloudy and rainy outside, so... yeah, I got all my lights on as possible. So, Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. And the first request is... the Warner siblings. And now we hide this slice. We turn the light back on, thank you. I'm going to be using a horizontal card for that. Now this is good because this is a request that has been asked last month, and the Wheel of Morality did not pick it. Photos, there we go. I know what the Warner siblings look like, but it's always good to have some references. Here we go. I'm Yakko. I'm Wacko, and I'm cute. I apologize greatly for my wacko impression. If after that terrible wacko I get a cease and desist from Warner Brothers, I understand. Never do that again. It's time for Animaniacs, and we're zany to the max. Not as cute and yakko yaks. Wacko packs away the snacks while Bill Clinton plays the sax. We're Animaniacs. Come and join the Warner Brothers and their Warner sister Dot. Around the Warner movie lots, they lock us in the tower whenever we get caught, but we break loose and then vamos, and now you know the plot. I think the only reason I wouldn't get a cease and desist from Warner Brothers is that they don't know who they belong to because they keep getting sold every 2 months. Keep putting their eyes way too far from their nose. Their eyes are like really close to their nose. There we go. who's old or ADHD enough to remember that the Warner Brothers were originally 3 green ducks and they got changed. Because Warner Brothers was like, okay, that's enough ducks, okay? That's enough. We got enough ducks. I think that was the time, like, Plucky was popular, and then there was the Quack Pack, and then there was DuckTales first, then Quack Pack, then the Mighty Ducks cartoon. Like, there were enough ducks. Also, I do believe there used to be 3 boys when there were ducks. And that got changed and they added Dot. Because the Duck Brothers were based on the character designer's kids, I believe. Somebody with a better memory would tell you. There's something I don't understand. During the reboot, they changed Dot's line to show that in the reboot she's a girl boss, and I'm thinking, in the original she was still a girl boss. Have you not watched the original? She was very much a girl boss, like, I am cute and I'm going to kick your ass, you know? And she did. Been a while since I drew something really cartoony. Right now, I'm basically mostly drawing I'm finishing up Smack. I still got 5 pages left, which is still pretty cartoony, but a different cartoony. And I'm getting started on Barbarian Queen Charybdis issue 2. So that's a lot less cartoony. It's cartoony like only when I draw Slink. So that's how that's going. We're Spinky in the brain who wants to rule the universe. Good fellas flock together, Slappy whacks them with her purse. Button saves his Mindy while Rita sings a verse. The writers quit, we have no script, so why bother to rehearse? We're animaniacs. If you guys don't mind, I'm just going to move that here. There's going to be a lot of moving around so I can actually see what I'm doing because I'm old. As long as I'm still in the camera. Oh, somebody, hey, I'm here and I was finishing mowing my lawn. Hi, Ronald. I am currently drawing the Warner Brothers.
And the Warner sister.
To tell you the truth, Slappy Squirrel was Animaniacs' best character. As long as it wasn't like not Minnie and Buttons, Rita. Because there was not much going on with Rita and her dog friend. They were there to sing and that's it. Between that and the hippos there. But Slappy Squirrel was good. I agree. Not my first time drawing the Animaniacs, though. I know I've drawn Dot plenty of times before. I'll leave that dry. We're not going to put... Because of course I'm going to put their fur in black. I mean, that's a given. I'm just not going to do it now because then it'll take more time for the card to dry. Whoop. Now that it's doing that, we are going back to the Wheel of Morality. The Wheel of Morality is where the Animaniacs... It was created in the Animaniacs show. I just like using it because I like saying the tagline for the Wheel of Morality. The Power Rangers parody they did is still funny to this day. I don't remember that. Is that from the reboot or the original? Because I didn't watch the reboot. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. Futuristic Auric Beyond 2099. Now let's be honest. There is a design for Futuristic Auric. I completely forgot about it, and I don't know where the original image for it is. So we're going to design a new one. For fun and profit. But first, a little bit of water. For those wondering what Auric is, he is a Canadian hero that I've been doing the colors for. It's from the original. Okay, it's been a while since I watched the Animaniacs, so I don't remember the parody. And I remember that Auric has pointy ears, even for a lion. If you're hearing death throes, Lily is currently sulking under my desk. So I'm going for like a cable look on purpose. Because like he's already old now. Like this man is 100 years old as we're speaking. So imagine in 2099. So I am totally like going for a cable-like design just for my own fun. Absolutely zero offense to Andrew Thomas, but I just want to design something, okay? It's nice to see something that hasn't been designed by Andrew. And like, all the power to Andrew, he's the main artist for this series. I'm just having fun is what I'm saying. by the way, Shiro, did you get my requests for this month? Possibly not, because I checked my Instagram this morning, and I checked my request box, and I checked my email, and I saw nothing extremely detailed, so I don't think I did. Because I prefer when people stick to my Instagram stories and my suggestion box, because then I can find the things, I can find the requests, but I still checked my email in case some people struggle a lot to follow the rules. Please note that I am putting on my biggest shit-eating customer service grin while I'm saying that, because I'm trying to streamline my work to make it easier for you guys, but you guys, a lot of the times, are not making it easier for me. And Bono said, how do you like my Mario fan children from my reach on Divine Art? Also, hi Shiro. Hi Bono, and I probably saw them and I already completely forgot. I mean, it's not a secret. I just finished talking about how I don't have memory. I understand. Yeah, because I usually recognize your style of... Hang on, I'm choking to death. Bah! I usually recognize your style of request, but like I said, I went there, I went to my email, I went to my suggestion box, and I refreshed everything, and I didn't see nothing. So, I don't know what happened. No, something happened. The Aurora Man. Oh! Thank you for joining the party, the Aurora Man. The Aurora Man is a fellow creator that I just finished the colors for his latest comic. And he showed me, and I was like, wow, they're saturated. And so thank you for joining the party. It's appreciated. Oh, the irony of drawing Auric when Aurora Man decides to subscribe to my Twitch. Aurora Man is another... Yeah, I spat all over myself. Is another Canadian creation by Jeff Burton. He is the power of the prairies. Move that back here so I can see what I'm doing. It's another Kuretake pen that I'm using right now, a double-sided. It has a nice pointy brush slash bullet nib on one end, and a big juicy brush pen on the other. What style is fun to draw? Cartoonist, realistic, or chibi style? With the way I've been drawing, I would say yes. Because I've been drawing in a lot of styles lately, and it always depends how I feel like drawing. So one day if I feel like drawing realistic, it wouldn't be fun to draw chibi instead, you know what I mean? What is easiest to draw? Chibis. Hands down. Like, once you get the whole proportion thing about chibis, it is super easy. But asking me which is more fun to draw, that's completely different because I like drawing so much. And if people start complaining that lion eyes don't do that, I genuinely don't care, because this is a guy who transforms with a lion head when he goes by the power of Grayskull or something, so I can do his eye however I want. Well, I've officially drawn Auric normal, I've drawn him super old, and I've drawn him like a baby. Issue 6 finally dropped last month, I believe. And I do have copies that I still need to put on the frickin' shop. Me too. It is the biggest Auric issue yet. Like, literally, we started work on it in 2019, and if anybody has any memory of, you know, the downfall, that's why it took so long for us to finish it. As Game Grumps used to put it, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. looking forward to tomorrow. I'm finally going to be finishing A Day at the Zoo. I think I'm back. Had a little issue there, Aurora man. Did you get kicked out? It wasn't me. Oh man, you guys just made me remember. There was this one time in the org group chat. We were just messing around, and one of the writers, Josh, he made a joke about the Pope, and I don't even remember what the joke was. And at the same time, I was stuck in a menu in the Facebook chat, and I was trying to get out of the menu to get back in the chat, and I don't know what I did, but as soon as he made the Pope joke, I accidentally kicked him out of the chat. Now, from his point of view, I just kicked him out after the Pope joke. From Andrew and Davis's point of view, I was panicking in the chat. Bring him back! I was trying to get out of a menu. Oh my god, I'm so sorry! And maybe a little ha-ha that you're drawing Aura because I show up. Yeah, I just talked about that. Well, that's what the Wheel of Morality picked. What can I say? I just programmed the prompts in the wheel. And of course, it never let me live it down for the rest of that day. And yeah, that's Cheryl's line. As soon as you make fun of the Pope, you're out. And I no. Just unstable in connection, maybe. Did you lose your antenna in the wheat fields again? 'Fine, it's all good. I'm just looking at this amazing wraparound Aurora Man cover here. Ah, yeah, I didn't just do the colors for that issue, I also did the wraparound cover. Which was giving me all the anxiety, people. Because it was my first time setting up and working with a 2-page spread in Clip Studio. I had never done it before because nobody asked me for a double-page spread before. And I was hoping against hope that it would work well. Because I love Clip Studio, adore Clip Studio, my favorite software. It can be cryptic when it wants. 15 issues in 10 years, and I'm still amazed every time I see this incredible art. Stop that, I'm gonna start feeling special. Back to the Animaniacs. I hate using malleable erasers like this, but I have no choice. It's what's more gentle for inks, so I don't lift them. Ay, ay, ay. As you should. Aww. I mean, I worked on a lot of Aurora Man stuff. I think I designed like half the Aurora Man. I'm not gonna name them all because some of them didn't premiere yet. But I designed Aurora Ronin. And I helped design Aurora Borealis. And I helped design Redacted because it didn't premiere yet. And Redacted because it didn't premiere yet. And Redacted because it didn't premiere yet. I helped design a couple of secondary characters. I might be doing something right if he keeps coming back to me for character designs. Now notice that I said I designed Aurora Ronin and I helped design all the other ones. Aurora Ronin was my idea for a fan art. And then Jeff freaking ran with it. And now there's issues with that character. And I'm usually the one that draws them. Just a few. Yeah, I didn't design Aurora Knack. That's true. Kick-ass design, though. I think you did ask me to draw him once, though, at least for some sketch cards. I believe so, because I think I used my good glow-in-the-dark pigments on that one. Squeak. I like this rubber-like nib for brush nibs. I don't know, I just do. It just feels nice. Plus, there's less chances of the end fraying when it's a rubber nib than when it's a fiber nib. You'll always be my go-to for the Aurora Ronin stories. Aw. Can't wait to see more of those secondary characters in the big cross-Canada story. Yeah, I still got a couple things to draw for you. Cross Canada story is gonna be interesting though, but I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's going to be interesting. If Jeff wants to spoil something, that's up to him. I have nothing to do with that. Speaking of spoiling, I put some previews of a new product that I'm thinking of adding to one of my shops on Patreon. Patreon subscribers will have seen it by now. Of course, it's a paid post because it's a preview. Lily, I love you, but stop dying. She's not dying, she's just dramatic. Yes, in fact, I just looked at that card today. Woo! Like, there's a lot of issues of Aurora Man / Aurora Ronin. So I'm guessing that Jeff has like this complete wall of concept art and fan art and gifted art. What's cool is that Aurora Man is based on Jeff, so when Jeff goes to convention, he cosplays as Aurora Man, and he always gets it right because it's him. And like, he's got the staff and everything. Like, that's dedication. I would know. When I did my my Ash Williams cosplay, I built my chainsaw and everything. And I still have that chainsaw. I threw away the shell of my Raphael cosplay because eventually I would like to make one out of a more fabric-like material so it's easier to move in it. And the original shell was made out of cardboard. Hastily glued and stapled cardboard. So... but I still have all the parts to my Ash cosplay, even the phone case, Necronomicon that I made for it. I had an iPhone 4 at the time. Oh, there we go. Color time. A blessing and a curse to look like that. You look fine. Don't say curse. You look fine. Of course, I have a red. I have to do their noses in that red. what I got running in my head right now as I'm coloring this? They're a parody of the Macarena. Macadamia nut. So much art, it's why I'm making an art book so I can share it with everyone. Yeah, that's right, there is an art book in the making. That's... Dude, you got like 10 years of archives. That's gonna be several volumes. Unless you make it as thick as the Sailor Moon Raisonné book that came out last year. There you have it. The Warner siblings in mostly canon colors. Now we're gonna have a little drink before I move on to Auric. There we go. For those who are more visual learners and would like to know what I mean by the Aurora Man art book needing to be as thick as the Sailor Moon Raisonné art book, here's my fingers, and that's how thick the art book is. About the thickness of the tip of my thumb. It's gorgeous though. I love art books. Simply put. Like, I even have a little art book of a game that I don't even play, but it has good art. Sorry about that. Art books would be like perfect for Mom because I always want to share my comics with her, and she's like, ah, there's too many words. I'm like, well, there you go. Only images. I mean, just say you're not interested in comics, Mom. Because, like, you can't say you don't want to read comics because there's too many words when you wear a laboratory tech for 16 years and up. Like, that requires a lot of reading of books with no images. I'm just saying, bruh. Just saying. I'm going somewhere with putting everything so orange. Of course, that will depends of how much the colors decides to work with me. That's up to them, not me. Now here comes the hard part. Yeah, boy, we're layering. We're mixing colors. Now this reminds me of my one rule for tall tail oryx that's like baby oryx, quote unquote. No gray whatsoever. Gray must be represented by blues. Now normally his cape is gray, but now I gotta put blue because I'm not allowed gray. I'm allowed black and white, but I'm not allowed gray. This orange is literally neon. This is going to be a bitch to photograph for the shop later. I'm going to hate myself, doo-da, doo-da. I'm going to hate myself, do-dee-doo-da-dee. But the color randomizer decided I was going to use that orange, so I'm using that orange. Oh, now you guys know what's coming. The chicka chick. Chicka chicka chicka, chicka chicka. Chicka chicka chicka, chicka chicka. It's still an animal nose, so of course it's going to be wet. And there we have it for Old Man Auric. older man Auric, considering he's already old. Alright. Pick that back up. Let's see what else the Wheel of Morality has for us. Alright. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. And we're getting Kaliman. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Light slice. Reference. Sketch card. Come, Mr. Kaliman. There we go. That was probably racist. I'm going to get cancelled again. No, I've never been cancelled. I am not popular enough. But it's okay, I don't want to be cancelled, because if somebody feels like I need to be cancelled, then that means I have had terrible behavior, and whatever I did, it needs to be corrected. I'm gonna change the angle. I just did a front facer. Come on. Comment j'ai même pas poussé sur le papier? Efface! Closer, please. Thank you. You know, I gotta admit, if I had my turban as tight as that, me too, my eyebrows would be this high. You'll understand once I actually draw his facial features. Look, it's the Moonlight Knight. Now, as far as I know, Kaliman is a Mexican superhero. Or at least he's very popular in that region. And if my friend who requested this character sees this stream, he is going to write an entire paragraph to correct me. y aller pour le crayon, ça va être un petit peu facile. Dude's got a really, really tiny nose. I mean, there's no shame in that, but... I think that's pretty okay so far. At least it's looking like him. Now, of course, the reason I take these out, I take the extra graphite out before I ink, is so I don't have to erase as much once the ink is dry, and that's gentler on the ink. Sometimes the graphite can be put down like really, really heavy, so the ink doesn't actually absorb completely in the paper. And that sucks. I'm still in the shot. I'm still in the shot. Okay. As long as I'm still in the shot. I don't know what I'm doing, and that's the whole point of this challenge. Speaking of challenges, this week I finally finished the RPG Portrait Art Watercolor Challenge, and I couldn't be happier because I was getting really sick of it. Now I have more time to do work on comics. Well, we're gonna let that dry for now. Just gonna... But I can't afford to fill that in right away. Okay, now I can let that dry. And it's the final prompt now. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we shall learn. And it is the Wordle from Dragon Quest. How appropriate. I recently beat Dragon Quest 3. And that monster is present in that game. I'm going to take another horizontal card for that. Because it's pretty big in... I would like to at least draw its back, because there is a difference between a Wordle and a dragon. Or in this case, a Wordle and a worm. W-Y-R-M. Here, hold me that. Screw me, I broke my lib. But that's okay, I always keep more of these. It was raining, so I had to put my mowers up. Okay. Who am I to tell Ronald what to do with his mowers? It's raining here too, so can relate. Been a while that this one fan been requesting Dragon Quest Monsters, and the wheel was like, eh. It is the Wheel of Morality, so the previous monster that this one fan was requesting, he wanted it to be slapping its butt, and I was like, sure, and the Wheel of Morality was like, So I guess that's why they changed monsters. Faut pas que j'oublie qu'il y a plein de petits points sur les parties bleues. I am lucky there's blue. Because this creature is very blue. I'm gonna make his horns shorter than they really are because of the room I have. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So fans are gonna be happy. According to the poll that I put up on my Patreon, the next story I'm going to be doing after I finish with A Day at the Zoo, it's going to be a new Welcome Home Nephew story. I can at least spoil that much. like these paws. They make me think of Bulbasaur. Nice, big, thick. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, I might say. Then again, Toriyama's more cartoony style is something I practice often. Ooh, little break from my hand. I think I focused a little too hard. My hand hurts a little bit. So I'm gonna take a little water. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about what I'm seeing there, but it's a pattern. Well, I did make a bootleg cookie comic about what I'm seeing. It's in one of my chats. Somebody posted a picture of that guy that was really, really mad at Andrew and Josh for, you know, trying to sell their stuff, which is what they were there for. It's a convention. And ever since, and like, he wasn't doing nothing. He was on his phone. Like, he was selling prints and he was on his phone, and but since then, every time someone in the chat spots him at a convention, he's always asleep. And he's doing it again. Made it home finally. I was out of town. How, Coco? I mean, if he recognizes himself, how is he gonna? He's probably gonna sleep through the stream. I'm drawing a Wordle. I'm doing my best. At this scale. And it is not easy. But not impossible either. I don't quite believe in impossible when it comes to art. And it's as hot as an oven out. Yeah, it was hot yesterday, so today it's raining where I am. Here's my favorite word. So yeah, I got Dragon Quest III, the HD remake, because it was the only one of the anniversary sales that was on a really, really, really good sale. And I'm flame broiled. Get some lotion! Before I threw you in the crock pot with Lily. And took me about a week to beat it. When I say it took me a week, I mean I used the built-in cheat. Because I put it in easy mode thinking like it would do like every other easy mode. No, it doesn't. What easy mode in Dragon Quest III Remake 2.5 does is that it makes it impossible for you to die. You just do not die at all. So of course now I got to do a run in normal mode. But I like, whenever I have access to easy mode, I like to, you know, do a run in easy mode first to get myself acquainted with the game. Because I know that older games tend to be harder. And, wow. I feel like it's going to be a struggle because I ended up being, and like, I didn't run from, I'm telling you guys right away, I didn't run from any battle at all. I literally fought every battle that I got, and I ended up being severely underleveled anyway when I reached the final boss. If anything, I was underleveled the entire game, and honestly, I don't know how I did that. That's not how easy mode is supposed to work. So I gotta do another run, but my other run that I'll do in normal difficulty, I will likely do it in another language if I have access to it. Like, there's a reason I got the Asian version of Suikoden 2. The North American version of Suikoden 2 only had Japanese and English, while the Asian version had a ton of languages, including French and Spanish. And you guys know, whenever I can, I like to play games that I've already played in Spanish to practice it, because that's how I practiced my English in the 90s with Ted Woolsey. Amen. You know, every time I say Ted Woolsey, I should have a button that I press and then you hear choirs in the background. The man was imperative to me learning English in the 90s. Like, we're talking excessively important. Use the orange for the hard shadows, because the red would be too dark. Now I can do the black background. I was considering blue, but then I felt that if I did it blue, he would blend too much into the background since his costume is so white. Hello. There's a reason why the background is black. Trust the process, folks. You see on my reference, Kaliman is in front, literally, of space. So I figured, might as well also do some space. Now isn't that some nice space? Space! There, it's always better when you add a little catch light. And of course, it's all jewels, so it all needs some catch lights. A bit more here. Oh. There we have it for this guy. Hang on, I'm just gonna... Oh, much better. A little bit more here. There, okay. No more touchy, or else... I need some shading here and here. After that... That's also supposed to be gold. There you go. Now no more touchy. No more touchy. Zero touchy drying. And back to you. Another one whose colors are gonna work pretty well. And I know I got pretty lucky this month with the colors. I can make them work. I can definitely make them work. This time I didn't randomize it like I usually do. What I did is that Coolors, when you start up the application, it's web-based. Oh, that part wasn't quite dry yet. Now the shell is usually gray on this thing, but I think I'm going to be using some yellow to make it green, because why not? So what I did is that when you start up the app on Coolors, it gives you 5 random colors. So I take out the second and fourth ones, and then usually I just like roll a dice and hit the spacebar to randomize the colors the amount of times as seen on the dice. But this time I checked to see if I liked one color, and then I locked it, and then I randomized until I found another color that I liked, and I locked it, and then I randomized a third time. I think you get the point. And I ended with 3 colors that I liked and that looked summery. And it ended up that they worked pretty well with what the Wheel of Morality picked. by complete coincidence. So big, so fierce, rawr. Shading, 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 shading. Get back there, you. There we go. And with that, I do believe we are done for today. Just gonna try to move that around a bit and see about raising the camera. And still getting some sort of a clear sight. Okay, so today we have done the Dragon Quest Wordle. Whoops, sorry about that. Kaliman, Future Auric, and the Warner siblings. And to be quite honest, they all look pretty good. I did a pretty good job today. Very happy with the results. Very, very happy. It's very colorful, very contrasty. And of course, soon as I'm done with this stream, I am going to hurry the heck up and put them in the shop if any of you guys want them. Keep an eye on the Ko-fi shop, so very unofficial Ko-fi, because sometimes I put them up, and by the time I write the advertisement that they're up in the shop, they get sold. It happens every single time. So when I say first come, first serve, I frickin' mean it, folks. It's not me trying to upselling. It's really that hard to keep them in store. So in the meantime, extra special caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkled, chocolate syrup thanks to our supporters. Amber B, Paul K, Miss Enovis, Bad at Multiplayers, Blossis, Laura S, Jeff B, Artsy Tanuk, Mario369, Red Reaper, Noah, Twingle the Scraggler, and Matthew H. And our part-time supporters, Super Date 808, Rocket Mouse, and Enlightening, Spirited Dragon 938. Your continued or part-time support is always, I cannot stress this enough, always appreciated. Next live stream is going to be next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Next Sunday. Tomorrow. That's next Sunday. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. A lot of fun drawing it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I love you all. And bye-bye.